2.1. Okay. Everyone, lilipat na tayo sa lilipat na tayo on this button, si competencies. Okay, medyo ano kasi ito, madami kasi ito, kaya medyo pasensya nyo na medyo natatagalan tayo kasi gusto ko din masagot yung mga questions niyo as we move along. Okay. Sir Louis, how do we measure 2.1? Again, all we are asking from LGU is if they are conducting risk assessments. Okay. And because after conducting risk assessment, it should be mainstream in the plans. Okay. So ngayon, paano natin yan i-measure? Okay. Sir Louis, ano ang mga acceptable? It is the SIDRA. Okay. Sir Louis, walang SIDRA, pwede bang GeoRisk? Yes. Or REDAS. Okay. Pero it should have risk maps. Okay. So makikita nyo na uh, may mga LGUs na maswerte, malaking NTA, they can hire mappers. Okay, because napaka-importante ng maps because it is a decision-making tool. Ina-update nila on the spot. Okay. Sa amin dito, sa OCD, meron kaming nagmamap every morning, yung utility. Okay. Sila ang magaling mag-map. Anyway, balik tayo dito. Okay. Um, ito ang deal breaker dito, everyone. Ah, beyond the last 3 years, tatanggapin natin. Okay? 2 siya, i-score ninyo. So you have to look at kailan ginawa yung SIDRA. Kaya very important si AAR, the document itself, i-check ninyo kung kailan ginawa. Because pag nasa loob naman siya in 3 years, viable na siya na magkaroon ng rating na 3. Okay, so you have an updated SIDRA within the last 3 years. Keyword within nakapasok. Okay? So si SIDRA, GeoRisk, REDAS, pero I highly advocate the SIDRA. Okay? Because some of the, lalo na to si REDAS, hindi makukomplete. The good news is, si SIDRA po ay a requirement ng CLUP. Sabihan natin si LGUs that they can just harvest it from their local planner, local planning office. They have a CLUP and most probably in most cases hindi po magagawa si CLUP and si CDP without the SIDRA. Okay? Because anong pinagkaiba? Si CLUP, mamaya papakita ko sa inyo. Nasa akin ba yung CLUP? Wala, lipat muna ako. Okay? So, again, everyone, this is how we score this one. It is in the matter of timeline. Kindly check if the SIDRA is more than 3 years old, hindi na siya makakapasok ng 3. Okay? And of course, Sir Louis, what is this vulnerable sector that this toolkit is saying? Ang SIDRA, ang risk assessment kasi, very important. Sino ba ang poprotektahan natin? Ang poprotektahan po natin sa risk assessment are the vulnerable sectors. Okay, because they are highly exposed because they don't have the capacity and mas malaki ang impact sa kanila. That is why you will look for the after activity report because makikita mo doon yung methods na ginamit, paano na-assess, did they include Did they include the vulnerable sectors in the assessment? Okay? So, yan po ang way. Because if community participation lang, walang vulnerable sector, it is a deal breaker. Mapupunta ulit tayo sa 2, everyone. Ngayon, Sir Louis, wala pong SIDRA, GeoRisk, or REDAS. Nag-ano lang si LGU, LGU-led na mga assessment. Everyone, it is a rating na 1. Okay, babalik tayo dito. Okay, so we have to comply to the established assessments. Okay? So again, let them use the tick box because pag-assessment natin napakadali. Lalo na po ito. Kasi ito ang hanapin natin. Okay. Kung merong children, women, elderly. Okay. Okay. So lipat po tayo because medyo magla-lunch na. 2.2, maintenance of the local risk maps. Okay. Maintenance of the local risk maps. Laging tanong dito is, how do we do this, Sir Louie? Okay. Some of the risk maps don't have a date. So dapat we have to look for these risk maps to be updated. Makita mo na dapat within the last 3 years. Okay? Of the top two hazards. Okay? Ngayon, ang ano natin dito, um, ang problema mo dito is laging tanong, Sir Louie, the maps are more than 10,000 in scale. Can we accept that? For municipalities and cities, the lesser, the better. But for nag-exceed siya ng mga 12,000, 13,000, 15,000, in accordance dito sa toolkit natin, we should not accept. However, there are some municipalities that are so big, that they have bigger than 1 to 10,000. Okay, so makikita mo naman during validation. Kaya it is up to you to evaluate if matatanggap mo yon. The important thing is, or the reason why there is 1 is to 10,000 maps, it is because we don't want to miss the details in the mapping. Because pag sobrang liit na, we cannot see, lalo na yung mga critical informations, the affected. Makikita mo kasi nag-overlapping na yung lifelines, hindi mo na ma-discern kung talagang naka-include doon sa risk area, yung mga red. Okay. For the provinces, kailangan kasi mas malaki siya. Okay. Huwag nyo nahingian ng 1 is to 10,000 si provinces because napakalaki niya. Talagang ang daming, hindi mo na yan mapapa-frame or mailalagay sa wall kasi ang hiningi natin ay prominently displayed. Okay. So again, everyone, you can be conscious of the scale, but ako kasi binabalidate ko talaga if the map is still functional based on kung ako ang magdidesisyon sa mga risk areas, exposed assets, mga ano natin, critical lifelines. Okay. The most important thing is the hazard changes over time. So you have to check if they are within the last 3 years. Sir Louis, how do I go from a score of 2 to a score of 3 if they have more than top 2 hazards na map? Okay, kasi si 2, ang iniingi lang natin, yung top 2 niya, may mapping tayo eh. Pero pag madami, almost lahat ng hazard nila ay may map, you can already have a score of 3. Okay? No questions, everyone? I really suggest or encourage to ask questions. Okay? Kasi madali lang naman ito, pero baka may mga gusto kayong maitanong sa akin kung paano tayo naging ganito, paano kami naghiwalay, paano kami nakapag-gawad kalasag. Okay. So, early warning. Okay. Everyone, we already, some of the LGUs, you have to explain to the LGUs that EWS is different from the other indicator, which is si mga early warning, si IECs natin. Okay. Ito maganda to. This is history. Okay. So as I remember, sir, per consultation with MGB for the last time, regardless of the scale, as long as you can capture the boundaries of LGUs. Yan. So yan ang sinasabi ko. Okay? So it is up to you. Okay. 'Di ba? Yung sabi ko sa inyo, let us not focus on the scale, but it is up to you to evaluate the map if kaya pa natin makita yung mga decision-making factors natin. Okay. So very important, everyone. that you validate the maps because it might be good in the pictures, but upon visiting it, si utility lang ang nagmamap. Okay? So, balik na po muna ako dito. Hindi naman, medyo mabilis ba ako? Okay? Ah, punta muna tayo dito sa AWS. Okay? Kasi very important ito. Everyone you have to be very to complete the staff work for EWS because this is one of the main focus of our government right now. Lalo na yung mga CDA's guidance. Okay. To have a good EWS. They always confuse this one with etong dissemination and communications. EWS daw yung mga IECs. Okay. So you have to remember that si 2, ang kailangan lang natin para makascore ka ng 2, may SOP or manual on EWS compliant with the 4 elements. Okay. So ano yan na 4 elements yan? Okay. Minsan, minano na nila, shortcut nila, wala na yung 4 elements, pero sinasabi nila nandyan. How to discern it? Okay. Risk knowledge, very important. Okay. Si risk knowledge is like just looking at the risk profile sa SIDRA or sa LDRIMP ninyo or sa CP. Makikita mo doon the inventory of hazards, what is the nature of those hazards, how do we collect data from it, what are the important indicators in dealing with these hazards. Okay, it is just like a risk profile with an inventory and um, processes and maps. Okay. Ngayon, another thing that is very important, you cannot complete the 4 elements if you don't have the processes for the 24-hour, 24/7 monitoring, okay, of these hazards. So, for example, si rain gauge. Okay, naalala ko tuloy yung may isang LGU na pinuntan ay tinanong ko kung bakit hindi sila nag EWS. Sabi ko, di ba sa LDRIM plan mo, dami kang biniling rain gauge. Sabi niya sa akin, pag naulan daw kasi hindi gumagana yung rain gauge nila. Anyway, so that is a good kumbaga indicator that makikita mo available yung mga devices nila. Okay. So what do they do with this information? Nakita mo na may mga processes sila. You should also look on the processes. How do they issue it? The alerts, the advisories, paano nila ito, may mga platform ba sila para sa dissemination? Ano pa? The response capability. Okay, so how do they evaluate? How do they use this information? Do they automatically use this or transform it to a capability that enables them to evacuate, conduct a drill, conduct assignments, conduct a response capability? So those things, you need to look at the SOP. Dapat kumpleto yun, yung mga sinabi ko. Otherwise, bababa po siya ng 1. Makulangan lang ng isa. Halimbawa, meron naman po Sir Louie na risk knowledge, pero wala silang detailed on how do they monitor these hazards. So, ang mangyayari, magiging 1 siya. Okay, everyone? Magiging 1 siya. So, ngayon, Sir Louie, complied naman yung 2. How do we elevate them to a score of 3? Okay. So, aside from they have the 4 elements, it is mainstream, meaning it is approved and adopted by who? Of course, the Sanggunian. Okay, because they are the only ones that can approve and adopt. Okay. So yan ang pinagkaiba niyan. Ano pa? With traditional or indigenous EWS. Sir Louie, what is the meaning of this traditional or indigenous EWS? Okay. The main reason why when we were formulating this one is sometimes technology fails kasi. So we need something, we need a backup EWS that we can still monitor. That is why nandyan yan. A good example, everyone. A good example is, naalala nyo yung may mga color color painting dun sa river? Okay? Usually kasi ngayon, nung nagbe-visit ako sa mga LGUs, may CCTV na, tapos mayroon talaga silang meter doon. Okay, makikita mo some of the LGUs, nag-e-erect sila ng post, and yung post may color, orange, yellow, red, because that is a form of traditional system. Okay. So makikita mo kaagad doon na even without technology, they will know if there will be flooding in their areas. Okay, for example, nasira yung mga gagamitan nila. And on that day, umulan ng malakas. Okay. So, kailangan ninyong meron pa rin na traditional or indigenous EWS. Okay. So, punta na ako saan na po ako? No questions for EWS, everyone? Okay. No questions? Pupunta na tayo sa 2.4. Okay. 2.4, ang kailangan lang natin dito sa 2.4, ang hinihingi, the approved LDMP as required by law, as required by the memorandums. Okay. Ang kailangan natin dito ay updated LDMC approved and sangguniang adopted LDMP, meaning you have a score of 2. Okay. Si LDMP reviewed by the reviewing authority as our memorandum circular. Sir Louis, how do we have a score of 3 for this one? Okay. So makikita mo, updated LDMC approved, same as 2, and sangguniang adopted LDMP, same as 2. However, dito sila nagkakaiba. LDMP reviewed by the reviewing authority with certificate compliant to LDMC 147. Okay. Kuminsan kasi, for example, ako, when we certify, sinasabihan ko na this LGU is certified that this LDMP has been reviewed. However, please comply to the following. Ano ang score nun? Okay, ang score nun ay, of course, babalik siya sa 2. Okay? But if walang recommendation, it means it is a perfect LDMP, magiging 3 po tayo dyan. Okay. Next, presence of dream plan. Okay. We are still also checking for the dream plan ng mga ano natin, uh, mga mga lower LGUs. Or for example, ito. Si 2, Sir Louis, we only have 75% of our lower LGUs with approved MDRIMP. Okay, for provinces to for provinces. Pag municipalities ka naman or cities, you will collect the BDRIMP. Okay? 75, you will only have a score of 3 pag 100%. So how do you do this? You have to have a list of the submitted approved MDRIMPs for the provinces. Okay. Ngayon, ikino-consolidate yan. Okay. So, meron din siyang provincial review team dapat. Okay. So, ito lang ang ano natin diyan. Nandito yan lahat sa ito po. Yan. Yan. Okay. Ano pa? Okay. For this indicator, sama-sama kasi ito sa 2.4 eh. See local change action plan. Okay. If you have an LCCAP approved by the LDC and adopted by Tasangunian, automatic, you have a score of 2. Okay. But if you look at the CLUP or CDP and it is submitted to the climate change, you will have a score of 3. Okay. So that is why it is very important that it is approved by the LDC, not the LDRIMC, because The LCCAP should be anchored in the development plans. Okay, so that is why the main authority for the LCCAP is the LDC. And unlike si LDRIMP, si LDRIMC. Okay, if you have a draft, you will only have a score of 1. Okay, Sir Louis, ano yan na submitted to Climate Change Commission? Kailangan mo ng certificate doon. Sir Louis, we already have submitted. However, wala kaming certificate pa. Okay. Just present a proof na you have submitted to Climate Change Commission by having the screenshot of the email. Okay, and submit it to your evaluators. Yan ang sabihin natin sa LGUs, okay? Okay, so yes, sir. Sabi ni Sir Marlon, digital maps can be scaled appropriately based on the need. Okay, so that is why yung sabi ko sa inyo kanina, you have to discern. Ikaw ang magdi-discern ng map kung yung mga data ay nandun. No need to concern yourself so much with the scales. Okay? So punta na tayo dito sa CPs. Okay. So, the last part ng 2.4 si CP. Okay. CPs are formulated, updated, approved by the LDMC at least top 2 identified hazard within the last 3 years. Automatic po, may score na po kayong 2 niyan. Okay. However, you should look for the resolution. Okay. Dapat po supported po yan na CP na yan. Okay. Tapos, paano Sir Louie kung sobra ng 3 years? Si 2 siya. But, if the top 2 is in the last 3 years and naka-incorporate po si ERID natin, si emerging, and si COVID, meron po tayong score na 3. Okay? So, ganun lang siya kadali dito for ang importante lang po dito is everyone do not accept contingency plans that are multi-hazard. You have to have a contingency plan that is hazard specific. Okay? Because that is always the main problem. They have a confusion of the CP and the PSCP. Okay, si PSCP, all scenario. Si CP po, it is just, kumbaga, one hazard per one CP. Okay? 2.5. Okay, so what do we have for... Okay. Sir Johnson, ganito lang yan, Sir Johnson. Pag ang ERID mo ay nakaseparate na CP, ask for the risk assessment. Kasi valid naman. Valid naman, Sir Johnson, kasi baka ang number one, top 2 hazard nila is si ERID pala kasi they have something history or kumbaga malapit sila sa kung saan man na daming nangyayari. So siya ang nag-emerge sa risk assessment. Ano siya? So you will count that ERID, sir, because kasama magiging top 2 siya kasi siyang yung lumabas sa sa risk assessment ninyo. Okay, sir Insan? Okay, Insan? Okay, nasagot kita, Insan. Yan, okay. Dito na tayo sa 2.5. Okay, 2.5. Okay. Sa 2.5 lang naman, ang tinatanong lang naman sa atin if we have a mechanism, okay, for monitoring. Okay. So, paano mo magkakaroon yan? Of course, dapat meron kang LDRIMP. Okay, because what will you monitor if you don't have the LDRIMP? Okay, so having an approved LDRIMP, i-check natin on the back, the MNE report. Okay. So dahil we are checking on the prior the year being assessed, mga 2025, you can accept even if ang monitoring and evaluation niya ay hindi pa naman dun sa enhance. Okay, enhance LDRIMP. Kasi yung iba, hindi pa nakakapag-update kasi hindi pa naman expired. Okay, but we are pushing na for the enhanced LDRIMP once na magkaroon ng memorandum. Okay. So ngayon, you can accept this one. Okay. Sir Louie, paano namin magigradean yan ng 1, 2, and 3? If they have an MNE report na yearly, 1 lang po yan. If every semester nag-monitoring and evaluation sila, magkakaroon sila ng score ng 2. Sir Louie, every quarter po yung ginagawa nila. Kompleto, financial and physical report. Okay, with the COA Form 8, you will have a score of 3 for this one. Okay po. Ngayon, for 2.6, if you have any questions, just type it. Nasasagot naman natin. Eto, medyo tricky si 2.6. Okay, si capacity building. Ang tinatanong sa atin dito is si LGU nakapag-conduct, everyone. Sila po yung nakapag-conduct. So you have to check the certificates. Hindi yung inattenda nila. Kumbaga, sila mismo yung nag-conduct. Okay. So how do we score this one? If, yan, organized, conducted at least 5 dream-related activities based on the risk present of the LGUs in the last 3 years. Okay? Magkakaroon na siya ng score na 2. Ngayon, paano natin yan maakyat? Okay? Paano yon? Ngayon, um, sa 5 na yon, sa 5 na kumbaga trainings na require nila, they have conducted, sila mismo, they should have conducted the training of trainers. Sir Louie, meron silang pool of trainers naman pero hindi naman sila yung nag-conduct. Hindi po yung pwede. They should have conducted a TOT specifically for the creation of pool of trainers for their LGU. Sir Louie, meron naman silang nag-conduct naman sila ng TOT pero hindi namang target yung mga LDRIM O's na mga staff. Okay lang po yun. Mas maganda nga na kasama si LDRIM C, si community, the uniform personnel available in the area. Okay? Dahil dapat naman talaga the pool of trainers should not only be from the LDRIM office but also from the LDRIM C. Ngayon, ang tanong, Sir Louie, hindi na ko po consider yung 3 because kulang nga sila ng 5 dream-related trainings na pagkanda. Of course, magiging 1 sila. Okay. So, kindly ask them to fill out these tick boxes and this table. Okay? Okay. 2.7. Okay. 2.7, again, look at number 2. Okay. Si 2.7 kasi is asking if we have the measures to implement forced and preemptive evacuation. Okay. So makikita mo si 2, policy lang siya. Okay. So, Sir Louie, okay lang ba executive order? Again, kindly check if the incumbent mayor, nandiyan pa rin siya. Okay, yung nag-sign ng EO ay nandiyan pa rin siya. Okay. Sir Louie, SOP on preemptive. Sir Louie, yung ano niya po kasi, yung ordinance niya, nandun na lahat po ng steps, mahaba po. Can it be considered an SOP? Yes. Okay. As long as it is detailed, the standard operating procedures on how to do the preemptive, pwede na po siyang makonsider na SOP. Otherwise, if wala po yun, talagang napakaikli lang yung ordinance at walang detail kung paano isasagawa, you need to look for the SOP na kasama po yun. Okay? Dapat may kasama siya. Ngayon, ang tanong, Sir Louie, what differentiates ang pag-score ko ng 2 sa 3? Dapat po walang namatay. Okay? The enforced evacuation resulted to 0 casualty. Okay? Yan ang pinagkaiba niyan. Paano ko naman yan, Sir Louie, magagawa? Look for the SITREP. Okay. The previews. Okay. Dapat ang hahanapin mo sa SITREP, magtutugma doon sa order. Okay. Na nag-order sila ng evacuation. Tapos makikita mo sa SITREP, no casualty. Okay. Okay. Nandun lang is missing. Missing you. Okay. Hindi po. Joke lang po. Okay. 2.8. Punta tayo sa 2.8. Okay. Napakaganda nito because si 2.8 deals with the prepositioning. Sinasabi lang naman ng toolkit ay dapat may stockpile ka or kung wala, dapat meron namang standby arrangement. So how do we score this one? Okay. Balik ka muna dito sa 2, yung sinasabi ko sa inyo sa 2. May stockpile siya ng relief goods and standby arrangements. Okay. So yes. Pero Sir Louie, nakita ko, meron siyang standby arrangement, meron pa siyang MOU or MOA. So, pwede na siya mag-elevate. Yes. Okay. However, Sir Louie, ang nakita ko lang doon, stockpile. Yung isang LGU lang, MOU. Magiging 1 siya kasi or yan. Keyword guys, everyone, mga kagawad kalasag, remember this is an or. Okay. So mamimili lang tayo dyan. If only one is present on this one, it will have a score of 1. Okay. But if they have both, you will have a score of 2 pag standby arrangement. But pag complete niya, stockpile of relief goods, standby arrangement, and MOU, notarized MOA, you will have a score of 3. What is the most important thing? The most important thing in here is you should have a validation because sometimes nakikita mo sa news, 'di ba? Ang daming nasasayang na stockpile. So you have to check if they are properly managed. Makikita mo 'yan diyan. Kasi by paper, napakaganda, ang dami na inventory, but if you look at them, hindi na pala magagamit because kahit hindi expired, they were not properly managed. Thus, makikita mo dito, um, they don't have a system to track it, walang regular maintenance to ensure the quality and integrity. Okay, so you have to check for that. Okay? So, punta na muna tayo dito sa 2.9 para matapos ko ito. Okay. Pasensya na kayo kasi ito talaga ang kaya napakalaki ng weighted average dito kasi ang daming details for indicators 1 and 2. Okay. So makikita mo dito, the number one problem in here is, ang unang hanapin ninyo for this 2.9, meron silang approved na guidelines ng camp management plan, si CMP. Because without this one, si CMP, wala na kayong problema. Iskoran nyo na yan ng 1. Kung wala ngang draft, magiging 0 siya. Siya ang unang hanapin nyo kasi ito ang pinaka-importante. Ito ang punot dulo if they can manage a camp. They have to have an approved camp management, LDRIMC. Yan, kahit LDRIMC lang yan. Paano sir, pag sanggunian, aakyat po siya. Okay, magiging 3. But let us focus muna sa 2. If they have an LDRIMC, approved camp management plan, CMP, okay. Ngayon, dapat ang you have to check the GMC number 2 series of 2021 because some of the CMPs do not adhere to this GMC. Ang daming nawawala. Very important dito yung mga sections ng series ng GMC number 2 series of 2021 because it details the resources, sino ang mga tao, ano mga roles and responsibilities nila, how to contact them, ano yung mga layout, okay? Yung ibang camp management plan na ginawa na walang GMC number 2 series of 2021 cannot be effective because does not detail the function. Okay, so availability of camp management kit, etong camp management kit natin, yan po, kayo na lang po ang mag-ano niyan, check nyo kasi ito talaga complete staff work talaga siya. Babasahin natin kung ano ang mga nandyan. Okay. So ang tanong, Sir Louie, how do we have a score of 3 for this one? So nakita mo, yung camp management plan niya ay hindi lang LDRIMC, approved pa siya ng council and adopted. So does this mean na pwede na siya mag-3? Yes. However, you should also look for your local social. Si MSWDO natin, si SWDO, PSWDO, if they are trained, okay, they need to be trained. Okay? So that is how you score the 2.9. Okay, let us now move. Walang questions? Nandiyan pa ba kayo? Okay. 2.10. Okay. Sir Louie, bakit merong normal condition for and alert condition? Okay. So ito lang yan. Ganito lang yan. Okay? 2.10 kasi, ang sinasabi dito na responding to and managing adverse effects of emergencies and disasters. Sir Louie, hindi naman po lahat ng LGU ay nakapag-respond because kami, may mga LGUs na hindi tinamaan during assessment year. Thus, we are only in the normal condition. So what do we do? You select this one, si normal condition. Okay, select this one. Ito yung aansweran ninyo po. And for those LGUs na nakaranas ng alert, ito po na nasa baba. Okay? So that is how we will check it. Okay? Kasi baka ginamit niya ito, normal condition, pero tinignan mo yung ano nila, SITREP, meron palang alert condition, lalo na sa record ng OCD. Okay, so you have to, sasabihan mo na dapat correct. Okay. During normal condition, how do we score this one? Again, let us look muna sa number 2. Presence of organized emergency response team systems by looking at this one. Yan. Yan, activation. Okay, the reports. Okay. Organized, timely, and effective inclusive response operations during normal conditions. Okay. So ngayon, how do we elevate? Okay. Pag meron po silang GAD responsive and PWD inclusive, okay, na response operations. Okay? Automatic po, pag nabasa nyo yan, viable na siya maging 3. Okay? And pag meron yan, check nyo po kung nag-report po kay DILG, kay province, kay OCD. Without that one, magiging 2 pa rin siya po. Okay? Pag wala po yan na systematized, and meron lang silang response teams, magiging score na 1. So how do we score the alert? Okay. So again, presence of organized, timely, and then pag 3, dapat meron tayong GAD and responsive PWD. Ang pinagkaiba lang niya because maghahanap ito ng executive order, the preemptive evacuation, the processes like this one, the memorandum for deployment of teams, nawala dito. Okay? Nawala siya sa normal conditions. Okay? Walang questions, everyone? Napakagaling naman. Nakukuha niyo. Thank you very much. Okay, it only means that tama yung mga sinasabi ko. Okay, everyone, let us now go to sino ito? Yes, correct. That is why, sir, sa region ninyo, it is very important that DSWD, your counterpart, is invited because tama po yan. Tama po yung sinasabi ninyo. Okay? Hindi tugma yung content. Correct, sir. You are correct. Okay. Punta na tayo sa 2.11. Okay. Ang hinihingi sa 2.11 ay dapat meron tayong key rehab and recovery strategies. Okay. So, paano natin yan? Sir, saan ko yan babasahin? Okay. There should be a pillar, the rehab and recovery pillar in your LDMP, the last. It should be in the LDMP. Okay. Sir, may affected sila eh. They were required to do an RRP. Much better. Okay. It is implemented. Okay. Pag wala, meron lang strategies, LRMP strategies, programs, rehabilitation. Okay. Affected by, or kung RRP, affected by disaster. Okay. Ito ang dito, ang magandang, dito, issue. Sir Louie, wala man kaming disaster. How can we implement that one? Actually, in our lessons, one of our lesson learned in our NDRIMP as well as in our practice, we are all dream practitioners here. Rehab and recovery does not just in that pillar, it encompasses all of the thematic pillars. Okay. So you need to look for the principles. Okay. Kasi imposibleng hindi natin na-implement yan. Okay. You have to have an implementation. So how do we have a score of 3? If it is implemented and monitored. Okay? So punta na tayo dito sa last, which is the 2.12. Okay, so what are we looking for in the 2.12? Ang pinagkaiba nito sa 2.11 is we are looking for the pre-disaster planning activities as part of yun sinasabi ko sa inyo, nag-i-encompass naman talaga si rehabilitation and recovery program. So jump na kayo sa number 2. Dapat para makadesisyon ka ng proper planning for your LGU, you need the socio-economic and disaster-related statistic and maps. Without those one, kahit meron ka pang B, the LDRIM officer assigned to the planning function, paano niya gagampanan yon if hindi siya supplied ng tamang data? Okay. Another data that is needed is the identified critical areas, assets, and population centers, and the LDMF and GSIS property insurance. So how do we go from being a 2 into being a 3? Okay, so makikita mo pareho yan may database, parehas yan mga office, parehas yan may maps, critical areas, but the insurance goes beyond the usual insurances. Okay, meron na tayong risk financing. Okay. Sir Louis, can I enroll the risk financing of our local agri? Yes. The crop insurance? Yes. Pwede yan. Okay, what are the other insurances? Some of the si local tourism nila and si ano nila sino pa? Sila Menro, sila the local health office. May mga insurances that are in their program. Pwede natin i-enroll dito? Yes, pwede tayo dyan because it is a form of risk financing. Okay, so natapos na yung naka-assign sa akin.